Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is October the 15th, 2018. Strong hand, offended by selling. Personal responsibility is a new counterculture. Unconfiscatable. Bitcoin first. Be a unique beast. I'd forgotten about that one. All right, people, check out the links below. You're going to learn about everything that I mentioned in this video because I reference it below. Hey, if you think that if you're watching this tape, play it at 1.5x speed or 2x speed. It goes a lot faster. You'll be able to understand most of it, I think. It's just a recommendation. I've been watching my other people's videos at faster speeds, and it really saves a lot of time. So even though I talk pretty fast, I think if you speed me up, you can still understand me. All right. Speaking about shows, check out yesterday's show. There's a clip of me outside, and I'm asking about this Bitcoin sign I found in Santiago, Chile, where I am. I still don't know what it means. Maybe someone can help figure that out. It's yesterday's show. And of course, check out all the other shows in the archives, disruptmeister.com, techbalt.com, and follow me on Twitter, TECHBALT. That's TechBalt. I've been tweeting out some fun things all of today. Okay, so, and personal responsibility is a new counterculture. And that really rings true with this Tether situation. You know, if you're not a Bitcoin trader, and I hope you're not a Bitcoin trader, an altcoin trader, you can just watch and sit back and kind of just study all of this and laugh. It's like a movie because there's all sorts of Tether rumors coming out and Bitfinex rumors. And because of this, there's a fiat price discrepancy between Bitfinex and other exchanges that use Tether and ones that don't. And there were huge price spikes today. It's like a $300 difference now. I think it's $6,400 on the regular exchanges. It's $6,700 on the other exchanges. I don't even know. But I am providing, it's a big story, so I'm providing you the information. Link to below is the Medium post by Bitfinex that gives their side of the story, that everything's okay. And again, in terms of Bitcoin, by the way, fundamentally, everything is fine with Bitcoin. So this will pass. We have been through situations where major third parties that are involved with Bitcoin have tragedies. I mean, back in 2016, Bitfinex was hacked and everybody panicked, and the price of Bitcoin went from about 700 to 500. Or 720 to 520, I don't even know, which was a huge dip. But we look back on that now and we laugh our butts off. And you better believe there were people who panicked and probably now regret, maybe they lost 10 Bitcoin because of the whole thing. And back then they didn't care that much. Now they really regret it. So it's situations like this where if you have a weak hand and you let third-party disasters, third-party rumors freak you out, weaken your hands, yeah, you're going to lose Bitcoin because of that. And I mean, that's the big reason I bring this story up. And it is a big story in the crypto space. It's going to get resolved one way or the other. And in the long run, there's so many bigger stories that affect Bitcoin. So many innovations. This is not an innovation. This is a third party having some issue with an altcoin that helps impulsive people trade altcoins and Bitcoin. That's the situation. And if you're a one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin guy, I mean, you just got your popcorn and you're watching this like it's a movie. And so here we have Arjun, who's been on this show before, and he has a tweet that is linked to below, sharing a quick summary of the Tether Bitfinex drama I made for a friend. All mistakes, omissions, mine. Appreciate the great coverage we've gotten on this from at Lawmaster and at NLW. Okay, so if you are interested in this, check out his tweet. It's a good explanation. Again, I'm not that interested in it, but I know a lot of people are. So, hey, Matt Odell, though, has a great take on this. And this, he's dealing with the troll. Well, there's a guy named Bitfinex out there on Twitter who this has been his mission in life to bring Bitfinex down, to bring Tether down, to bring Bitcoin down. I don't know. He's a negative guy. He's definitely a guy who relishes this, and he's been talking this game for a long time. So this is like his dream come true if Tether falls apart. But so Matt Odell has two tweets out there. I guess I should have listened to Bitfinex and sold all my Bitcoin for $800 2 years ago because of Tether. And then he goes on to say, I also spent way too much time debating him, and then he deleted those tweets and blocked me. Such a waste of time. And you know what? I think that's the biggest takeaway from this entire situation. Don't waste your time on a situation like this, especially if you're a holder. Don't get into the arguments about the fundamentals of Tether and what's it mean for Bitcoin. It's trolls bringing you down, wasting your time, and then they're just going to erase all the time that you wasted with them. And it's a great lesson to learn, because you should never waste the time with a troll anyway. It's not worth it to give them your attention. And Matt Odell's a smart guy. It's a shame that, you know, he wrote out some smart stuff, tried to rationalize with the guy, reason with the guy, and he erased everything. And it just, again, it's just Tether. Enough Tether talk. Pound that like button. I've wasted some time now. So Josh Kohlhout says Fidelity has been mining for a few years. Oh, Josh, well, I know you've obviously read the notes section below this video before the video started, because I'm going to talk about Fidelity, and obviously it's in the title also. So thank you for the 199 super chat. Thank you for your continued support of this channel and the strong hand philosophy, the long-term thinking that is taught on this channel. The pounding of the like button. Pound that freaking like button. All right. So since Josh brought up Fidelity, I will say, yeah, Fidelity is the $2.5 trillion Wall Street giant, is launching a brand new institutional brokerage and custodial business for crypto. So again, you know, when we have big organizations that have the ability to bring in a lot of money to the space, that's big news there. That's a third party that has a tremendous effect, because it's going to be an on-ramp for all these traditional institutional type of investors to get into Bitcoin specifically here. Because, well, first of all, they call and I link to the fidelitydigitalassets.com page, their overview page. They call it Fidelity Digital Assets, so you can check it. They also have a Medium post up that I linked to, and it's institutional solutions for a new asset class. And at the blog of theirs, it says, laying the foundation for regulated and trusted Bitcoin custody. They use Bitcoin. Now, of course, I don't think, these custodial services, control your own private key, get your Trezor, don't rely on a third party, even if they're as wealthy and powerful as Fidelity. No, that's not what this is about. But so many people are only going to feel comfortable with a big name like Fidelity controlling their Bitcoin. All right. It's personal responsibility is the new counterculture. They can go their way. We're going to go our way with a strong hand and controlling our private key, because we know that's when you really own your Bitcoin. Okay, but so it is good news that Fidelity is getting into this game. They're playing with the big boys now. Because Bitcoin's where the big boys play. You can't manipulate this thing. You can FUD it as much as you want to with, there's no institutional investors coming, or Tether is going to bring down everything. In the long run, it's just a speck in time that we're in right now. And we're going to look back on this week, on this month in 2021 and just laugh and be like, it was so young back then. Bitcoin was so young. The FUDsters were so young. It was so early on. Now, remember, I post a new video here every single day. Dudes, watch this show. And you can just check it out in the disruptmeister.com archives if you miss one. But baby, that is conviction. Have that Bitcoin conviction. That's the conviction wins the day. And dude, the Bitcoin's got the conviction behind it. Now, speaking about, well, there's some people who have some sort of conviction behind with Bcash. Ryan X Charles, who's a big Bcash dude, he had a tweet out there. Do you want Bcash to split in November? 41% of this 1,654 votes on Twitter said yes. 59% said no. So there's a lot of people out there who want a Bcash crypto dividend. Can't blame them if they've got some Bcash. And again, some of the people just want to cause trouble for Bcash probably. But I'm sure there's some people that want to see they want to see Satoshi's vision of Bcash. That's the name they call it. Versus the ABC version of Bcash. See them battle. So Ryan actually had a video about how he doesn't want there to be a fork. Kind of funny how he was for forks when Bcash forked for Bitcoin, but hey, whatever. I actually didn't link to his video below. You can find it yourself. It's nonsense. So, but who cares? I mean, again, if you're holding on the Bcash, great. That's great if they create a free crypto dividend. And I think there'll be a lot of who knows? I think it'll happen. And it's going to be November 15th. And maybe for a while, no one's going to know what Bcash is the real Bcash. So there'll be people buying both of them. Don't buy any of them. Remember that. Don't buy what you can get for free. But heck, again, I think the two Bcashes combined will be worth more than the one Bcash before the fork. So bring on the Bcash crypto dividends and then turn them into Bitcoin is what I say. Invention MGTOW sends $5 in the super chat. And he says, how many people want to throw B trash in a dumpster and then light it on fire? That is actually a good question, Invention MGTOW. There are a lot of people like that. You're one of them. And hey, there are a lot of people. Again, I just let them be an altcoin. It doesn't bother me very much. It doesn't bother me. And again, there are people who still hold on, who have their free Bcash crypto dividend. And if it turns into more crypto dividends, then hey, whatever. Let them be. Let them do what they're going to do. There's some good people over there. There are a few good people over there. So, but no, there would be if that question was asked on Twitter, there'd be quite a few people that would say, yeah, they want to throw B trash in a garbage can and light it on fire. But I don't like that type of stuff. I don't like that type of stuff. But hey, to each his own. Hey, to each his own. So because I know Bitcoin is the king. I don't need to burn other coins or anything like that. I know one Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the next Bitcoin. The Bcash is just an altcoin. There's still dudes out there that they think that Bcash is going to overtake Bitcoin one day, that it is the day of reckoning is coming soon, the return of their Messiah. That's so funny. Pound that freaking like button, because what they used to call King of the Trolls. That's why he shall return from the dead, I guess. And no, I'm not ripping on that crypto dividend of Judaism. I'm not ripping on that religion that forked from Judaism. No, I respect that religion, that monotheistic religion that forked from Judaism. They're good people in that religion. They believe in the same God that the Jews believe in, the people that forked from Judaism. All right. Colonel Swan Jr. sent $5. Thank you, dude, in the super chat. To the opponents of Bitcoin, dismiss Bitcoin at your own risk. Of course. And they don't realize it. They don't realize it. They want to have the next Bitcoin. The Ripple people think they're going to have the next Bitcoin. So yeah, it's their own. They're not long-term thinkers. They'll learn the lesson the hard way. And maybe they won't learn the lesson. I don't know. They'll make up excuses. They'll get into like the next Ripple in 2021, the next IOTA or something. All right. So, let's talk about India real quick. Someone from India sent me this link to moneycontrol.com. Ooh, that sounds like a mean site. I almost said a bad word there. And we don't curse on this. No cursing on the Bitcoin Meister channel. So what is this? What's this say? Holding unregulated crypto assets like Bitcoin in India could attract punishment. The government and the RBI's biggest worry is to ensure unregulated crypto assets are not used as a means of transaction to evade taxes and strike deals outside the regulatory boundaries, including multi-level marketing and Ponzi schemes. So no, the Indian government is admitting that they want to find a way. They don't want Bitcoin people to evade taxes. They're just in it for the taxes. Anyway, India is a tremendous bureaucracy. They might make some law where Bitcoin is not an approved cryptocurrency for them, and thus, if you have it, you will be in trouble. They're going to have hearings to even decide this. Yeah, go ahead and make my day and try to stop 1 billion people, India. Okay, you're in charge of the second largest population on Earth, and you're not going to be able to stop Bitcoin. Okay, so I mean, you can make up these laws and you can scare people for a while because you want your taxes and you don't want. You've tried to do your cash controls and everything. And so this story is, I mean, it's a true story, and people might twist it like in a FUD type of way. I see it as a positive because these inefficient bureaucrats in India, they want their taxes. They're going to try and they're going to fail. But it's news, and I know that one day the smart people in India, it was not everybody smart there. There's like over a billion people, so there are plenty of not so smart people. As Jayat Bhandari points out in his videos, check him out. He's great. But yeah, it'll be a great Bitcoin world one day in India. We're just at the beginning. People are a little freaked out now, probably when their government speaks harsh words like this. But hey, check out the article yourself. They're in it for the taxes. They admit it. Okay. Bang that bell button if you need a reminder when this show goes on live. So Trezor, on their blog, they have keep quiet about your coins, cryptocurrencies, privacy. Okay, what's it? Physical violence or blackmail are things even Trezor cannot protect you from. So I think they're trying to go that route where a lot of people have put Trezor up on a pedestal because it is awesome that if you've got your Bitcoin on Trezor, that you can go around and you'll be 100% safe. You could be flinging your Trezor around saying, I got XYZ Bitcoin on this and XYZ Ethereum, and you'll be fine. And I think they're trying to just put it out there that, like, if you're bragging about how much Bitcoin you got to people you don't know at meetups and you're showing them your Trezor, that they can come and, jack you in your car. And then the Trezor is not going to do you too much good when they're like, threatening to, like some James Bond movie where they've got some clipper and they say they're going to clip your fingers off and then move on to more sensitive areas. What was that? Live and Let Die that was from. That is the best James Bond song ever. That is, I think, one of the best James Bond movies ever. And that has the hottest James Bond girl in it ever. She became, she was beautiful back then. What was her name? She became Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. She wasn't too hot then. But back in Live and Let Die is from 1973. She was beautiful. What her name? Look that up. She was a beautiful woman back then. And that was Roger Moore's first James Bond. He was a great James Bond. So with your Trezor, and again, you could be at a Bitcoin event and then some woman that looks like that James Bond girl comes up to you, leads you to a car, and then she's threatening, to injure you in some way. You're gonna give it over. So again, you got to take some physical precautions too, is what they're saying, and don't go around the world, telling how much Bitcoin you have and saying foolish things like that. And yeah, everyone does make mistakes sometimes with that. Just try to keep it on the down low as much as possible. And Trezor is reminding you of that. Now, while we're on to the vulnerabilities of hardware wallets, and I am not one to get carried away with the technical vulnerabilities. Like Peter Todd has a presentation. I linked to it below, and it'll probably get some people paranoid. A guy sent me this, actually, a good guy on Twitter, and I just thought I would share it just to show the other side of the story that, There are technical geniuses who can break into your Trezor. They would have to insert something into your Trezor before you got it, it's a hardware wallet vulnerabilities. It's not just Trezor. It's a long presentation. I didn't even watch the entire thing, okay? Because I'm not into that type of thing. I know that I'm very careful with my hardware devices, okay? I don't have them with me when I'm traveling, and when I do go to wherever they are stored all around, wherever they may be, I rarely even go into them. So try to don't play around with your hardware wallets all the time, and that'll cut down on the chances of you doing something silly, getting. And he talks about the fake emails you can get and everything, and there's ways of getting. What's it called when you get the email phished, and you just be careful. You can watch that video. Don't go get too carried away and paranoid though, because he is a technical guru, and he talks about some very unlikely scenarios, very unlikely scenarios. But check it out yourself. There's a guy here on Twitter. Oh, again, we talk about people being in motion, and I've also talked about CoinDesk, that I'm not a big fan of CoinDesk, but there's a guy out there, Peter Ryan tweeted this out. Hiring a junior research analyst for CoinDesk. You'll be working with lots of crypto data. DM me for more info. So I linked to that below. I mean, if you're a young person wanting to get into the crypto industry, I mean, there is an opportunity right there. Why not? Be in motion. So speaking about being in motion, Lord Jim Piper, who has been in communication with me through the years, he's a musician type of dude. And he says, today I invented a new word, cyber-buskers. People who pass the hat out for cryptocurrency donations for music listening. Get paid in cash and crypto. So, okay, that's cool. He's playing his music online, and he's straight up listing his crypto addresses, his Bitcoin, his Litecoin, his whatever addresses, and he's asking for donations. It's as simple as that, people. He doesn't need some third party or anything. He just lists his. So I do wonder, in some of these cities that I've been in, especially in the wealthier cities, like in Norway, you see all sorts of buskers out there playing instruments. And sometimes you see them on subways and public transportation. They play an instrument, and they pass the hat, and they want you to give them coins. But maybe one day they're just going to list their Bitcoin address, just like he is doing online right now. So I linked it below. Listen to his music, give him some Bitcoin, some Litecoin, some whatever. But yeah, he invents cyber-buskers. All right. And finally, that's the end of the show. You can click on the squares that are going to come up. But today, when I was running through there's a big market near here, huge fruit and food market. And some people might not like that they have dogs around the food and cats sometimes. They have dogs here in Santiago. They're called communal dogs. They're just dogs that randomly walk around, and sometimes people pet them and let them hang out with them when they're working. And anyway, there's a name for it in Spanish. It starts with a Q. I don't know it. But when I was running today through the market, I heard a song by Aha from the 80s, Take On Me. Do you guys know that song? Take on. It's a really good song. And when I heard that song, I started getting pumped, man. I started running harder. And it just reminded, wherever you are, you can listen to this American style music. And again, for all I know, Aha is a British band, right? But you know what I'm talking about. That rock and roll music from America is worldwide, and I love 80s music. And yeah, listen to it. That's my musical link of the day for you people. Pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the notes section below. And yes, because America has such a huge influence over popular culture, whether you like popular culture or not, music culture, Hollywood culture, it's just another reason the dollar is going to reign supreme. At least the dollar is not going to disappear. It is not going to disappear from the face of the earth. It's the welfare dollar. It's the popular culture dollar. There's a lot more holding it up than just the petrodollar, what they say, Saudi Arabia, and this, that, and the other. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the but Bitcoin said, hey, value your wealth in Bitcoin. That's the bottom line. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that are like, the dollar will for Bitcoin to succeed, the dollar will have to go to zero. No, that's not happening. They both can be alive and well. Trust me. All right, I'll see you later. Bye bye.